The time is 7:55 in the morning time on this Tuesday morning, January 2nd, 2018. It is time now for the Peter. Oh! Good morning to you all on this lovely Tuesday morning, January 2nd, 2018. Back to work, back to school. It's 7:55. It is 5 to 8 on this Tuesday morning. Top story of the Peter Channel morning news is recreational pot is officially legal in California. As U.S. budget fight looms, Republicans are suddenly worried about spending. Iran Supreme Leader blames enemies for protests. Death toll hits 21. Why North Korea succeeded in getting nuclear weapons when Iraq and Libya failed. Pakistan summons the U.S. ambassador in protest after Trump's angry tweet. Long bench New Jersey student, 16-year-old custody after killing family and friends. Iran protests and death toll grow as tensions rise. 9 people report clashes and killed as protests continue across Iran. New Zealand's constructed island bar in an effort to avoid alcohol ban. Baltimore breaks city records for kills per capita in 2017. Snow and strong winds possible along East Coast late week as Atlantic low undergoes bombogenesis. Gunman who killed deputies said he was running for sheriff. Seoul, South Korea's proposed holding a high-level dialogue with the North at the Truth Village on Pyongyang next Tuesday. Paul Trump's communities out of our budget pain. The prescription, you're sick, stay home, says doctors. Veteran National Bar Council looks back and taught the web when faces drug charges in Norton. And Norton police are looking for the owner of a quad motorcycle that was found Sunday afternoon, partially submerged in the Norton Reservoir. 2017 safest year for air travel as fatalities fall. The Air Coast Jihad defies China return order, sends family instead. Bitcoin's evidence of the cryptocurrency market is at the lowest levels ever. U.S. airport immigration committers go down, temporary agency said. Look at that, stocks. The stock's going to start out the year down 118.29 points to 24.7, 19.22. S&P 500 down 13.93 points to 2673.61, and Nasdaq down 46.77 points at 603.39. Signal towns can focus the entire spectrum of light together. China's first space lab has fallen on Earth. We'll probably miss you. Diabetes drug may reverse the effects of Alzheimer's disease. Off-40s are cracking down on opioid peddling doctors, and world could run out of chocolate by 2050 as cacao plants struggle to cope with the effects of climate change. Peter Children's time is 7:57 in the morning time. 3 minutes to 8 on this Tuesday morning, and it's time now for a sports report. The Boston Bruins will be squaring off against the New Jersey Devils tonight, 7 o'clock in New Jersey, and fueled by precise stats, Alabama dismantles Clemson 24-6. Oklahoma Georgia double overtime classic. Georgia defeated Oklahoma 54-48 as will be Georgia and Alabama in the national championship on Monday night in Atlanta. And Colin compares John Gruden coaching in Oakland to the flex tape and why it works. Peter Children's time is 7:58 in the morning time on this Tuesday morning, and it's time now for traffic and transit report. Let's study off on the MBTA, where expect a lot of delays on the commuter rail because of the severe cold. Pittsburgh train 492, 7:55 a.m. from Littleton 495 is canceled. Train 4 will make inbound stops to accommodate passengers of train 492. Please board the Worcester trains 508, 6:57 a.m. from Worcester on track 7 platform of Yorkie Station. Franklin train 706, 708 a.m. from Forsberg now up near Seconds between Norwood Central and South Station. Lowell train 307, 7:16 a.m. from North Station up 5 minutes basket between West Bedford and Lowell due to an early mechanical issue. And Newburyport train 167, 5 inbound up Park Newburyport 10:20 minutes basket due to a mechanical issue. Subway system's looking good, and on the ferries, Hingham ferry service out of Hingham Intermodal Facility suspended until further notice due to damage to the dock. All of Boston ferry service continues. Okay, look at the hours and byways in New England. 95 southbound side, it is open to protect the line down to downtown Providence. 95 on the northbound side, it is sold from Cranston all the way to downtown Providence. 195 westbound side is back to between East Providence to downtown Providence. 6 connectors sold between 6 to 95 downtown Providence. 146 southbound side, so 15 Route 95 downtown Providence. 295 of the southbound side is back between Johnson on Route 6 area to Route 12 in Cranston. 146 on both ends back between 146 and Route 99 in Lincoln, North Smithfield Stretch. 99 and northbound side, so from 126 to Route 122 in the Lincolnwood Second area. 146 to the northbound side back to Route 116 in Lincoln. 138 eastbound side, so from Jamestown to Newport Bridge. Out in southeastern Massachusetts. 95 on the northbound side, it is sold from Nipperson, Spencer Street and north down to Route 120 in Kenton. Route 3 to the northbound side, it is sold from 8 to the Waving down in the Braintree Split. Route 6 to the eastbound side, sold to the Harvard Stretch. 7 Expressway on the northbound side, sold to the Braintree Split. All the way to Dorchester 7 Expressway southbound side, sold to the Dorchester Stretch. 93 of both ends of downtown Boston is backed up. Mass back eastbound side, sold from Framingham all the way down to Newton. And anybody's coming to the Austin Barton Tolls, Mass Park westbound side, sold from Loader Airport out to South Boston. Route 120. 120 at the northbound side of the school from Great Bay out of Needham and on the Route 20 Waltham. Mass Pike eastbound 45 at the northbound side, slow before the Mass Pike out in Westboro. 120 at the both ends back between 280 Route 2 in Lexington Stretch. Route 2 eastbound side, it is backed up from 60 Belmont down on the Fresh Park Parkway in Cambridge. 93 at the southbound side, so from Bedford down to Zankenbridge, Boston. Route 1 at the southbound side, so Charles down to Chelsea. 120 at the northbound side, it is sold from 20 to Renton all the way to Linfield. 93 to the southbound side, so 45 Lawrence all the way to Wilmington. 3 to the southbound side, it is backed up from Chelmsford all the way to Billerica. 290 eastbound side, sold before Route 45 in Marlborough. 290 eastbound side, sold from the Mass Pike in Auburn all the way to Route 9 in Worcester. 146 to the northbound side, sold before 290 in Worcester. 91 on the both ends back between 291 and then Springfield out to Route 57. 91 on the southbound side, so for 291 in Northern on the downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 91 on the northbound side, so 291 to Windsor. 84 eastbound side, so for Farmington, Hartford, Connecticut. Route 9 eastbound side, so the New Britain Stretch. 91 on the northbound side, so Route 9 in Milltown, Ohio to downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 691 eastbound side, so for the Meriden Stretch. 84 westbound side, so the Waterbury and Newtown stretches. Merritt Parkway westbound side, so for Fairfield on the Sanford. 95 on the southbound side, it is so for Norwalk, all the way to Sanford. 95 on the southbound side, it is over the North Brentford Stretch. Every turnback southbound side, it is over the Manchester Stretch. Spalding turnback on the southbound side, it is slow down around the Route 4 in Durham, New Hampshire. Every turnback on the southbound side, so the Manchester to Merrimack stretches. 93 to the southbound side, so around Durham, New Hampshire Stretch. 93 on the northbound side, so the Concord, Hampshire. 393 westbound side, so Route 93 in Concord. 89 southbound side, it is around Route 93 in Concord, Hampshire. 93 on the southbound side, it is over the Plymouth Stretch. 93 on the northbound side, so Lincoln, New Hampshire. 295 on the west southbound side, it is around Falmouth and Port Maine. Main turnback on the northbound side, so the Lewiston Stretch. Interstates 87 89 southbound side, it is back around the Shepland. Route 11 and 89 southbound side, also continuing in upstate New York. And on Wood 59 on the southbound side, it is sold from Suffolk, Quebec, headed towards Montreal. And on Wood 59 on the southbound side, sold to Suffolk, Quebec, on the southbound side, headed towards the U.S. border. Peter Chalu's time is 8:02 on this. To the border, it's time now for a weather report. And looking at the radar shows some snow showers off the outer Cape and the islands, but otherwise a clear and a frigid cold start to the morning, and some clouds coming off the south shore from Switcher down to Plymouth and down around the elbow of Cape Cod, and some few wispy clouds southwest of Breton, Vermont down to north of Bennington, Vermont. And seeing some patchy snow showers down around south of the Buffalo area, and around Eden and around Dunkirk. Looking at the temperature spread right now, it's in the below zero readings, the single digit for much of New England, except for 7 New England, except for 13 in Bridgeport and New Haven, and 12 in Chinaman, 14 in Nantucket, and 13 in Provincetown, and 10 in Martha's Vineyard, and below zero readings for much of Northern. Look at that. 22 below in Mount Washington, 28 in Morristown, Vermont, 22 in Montpelier, Vermont, 27 above, 27 below in Newport, Vermont. Now that is a cold of 1 lone degree in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Right now, Norton at 6 above with a humidity 71% and the barometer it's 30.32 inches rising rapidly and winds northwest at 1 mile an hour. We have a winter storm watch in effect, heavy snow possible. Plan on difficult travel conditions. Total circulation is 5 to 7 inches possible. Rhode Island and eastern Massachusetts except for Cape Cod and Islands. From late Wednesday night, late Thursday night. Significant reductions of visibility are possible as well as road and drift and snowfall. Our winter storm watch means that there is potential for significant snow, sleet, or ice accumulation that may impact travel. Continue to demand the latest forecast. Looking at the latest GFS model. Shows a storm a few hundred miles off the Cape Downs, bringing some snow, with some rain down around the Cape Downs before moving out. Okay, look at that forecast goes like this. Today, snow high at 82 degrees, wind 2 miles below, 11 below. Northwest about 5 to 8 miles an hour, gust size 20 miles an hour for tonight. Most of the gusts got about 6 above. Southwest about 3 to 6 miles an hour for Wednesday. South got about 20 degrees, calm wind coming in southwest about 5 miles an hour. Wednesday night, snow like May after 4 a.m. In Chris Scott, low about 18 degrees, and calm wind becoming north end 5 miles an hour after midnight. Chance patch to 6%. New circulation less than 1 inch possible for Thursday. Snow higher 28 degrees. North at about 8 to 6 miles, gust size 31 miles an hour. Chest patch 1% for Thursday night. Snow like May before 7 p.m. Most of the costs got about 9 above. Chest patch 6%. For Friday, put the Saturday podcast about 14 about 3 above, 3 below. Saturday, cold about 8, low around 6 below. For Sunday, most costs about 17 about 10 above. And for Monday at chest rain and snow, most costs about 35 degrees at chest patch 40%. And that's me for the Peter channel. All the news on this Tuesday morning. January 2nd, 2017 at PG Woods. Hope you have a good morning, goodbye day. Hope you have a good day.